have the one where you did your butt joint. You're gonna have that. You're gonna use a different solder. Let's say we use Easy for the second one, okay? What you're going to do is you're gonna take your third piece that we haven't used yet. You're going to take Flux, which is again the flowing agent, which is, you have to have this for your solder to move around. You are gonna paint the back side of the piece that you want to solder on top. I'm gonna grab what I said was Easy chips, because we wanna use chips anytime you do a blind solder because they are flat and not a semicircle. And for a piece like this, I would say you could probably do like 7 pieces. The more, probably the better for this. And especially since I'm not grabbing anything, because you're not gonna have to clean anything up on this piece. It may spew out the sides a little bit, which is fine. So when you guys grab this, make your lives easier, unlike mine, you can go ahead and just use a solder pick. Okay, so now you're gonna push these out around the edges. I would say really the edges, and then like 1 or 2 in the middle. And then again, if you know you dropped an Easy solder, go ahead and just put it back into the solder container. Okay. All right, so that's a good amount for this piece, right? Perfect. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pre-flow this solder. So we're gonna go over there to the soldering station, pretend this is my torch. We're gonna circulate because we don't really have a good direct path just to hold it on our metal. So we need this metal to get hot in order for the solder to flow. So we're gonna just circulate until we see the flux. What is it gonna do? Turn white and then clear. Once it's clear, that means it's sticky and it's holding it down. Once you see this flash and start to sweat, it's gonna run. You need to use your solder pick to move the solder around. We wanna try to get that surface area completely silver, okay? Then what you will do once that happens, I already have a little piece that I did, you'll pickle it. It needs to be clean. Once you do that, you will get your flux again, and you're going to put flux over the solder that you just preheated, and you're gonna put flux here on the piece that you're gonna attach it to. You're gonna set those together, and then I would recommend using a third arm. You don't have to, but if you use a third arm, put that on the fire brick, you can now heat from below, and you know it's not gonna move on you because it's clamped down. This is going to get scalding hot though, the third arm. So the wood actually is what gets the most hot. You wanna give it a second or two, grab the base, just kind of tap it with your finger once it's soldered and heated. And I would walk this over to the sink and just dunk it in the sink. And you can do it in the dog bowl, but I do not want anyone to walk over and use it next and not have quenched it and they burn their hands. You would like very much brand your fingers, and that would hurt. I've seen people do it before. It's very painful. So then what you would do, once this all is cooled, you're gonna open it and hope that that is now one piece and not 2 separate pieces. Okay, we can stop that.